Hello, people. I really want to talk about Terminator, the Terminator, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Um, don't get me wrong, the other Terminator movies like Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines and Terminator Salvations were great movies in their own right. But now, since you know, been watching like from Terminator 1 to 2, like I believe Terminator 2 was the true definitive ending to the Terminator. You know, it was truly the end of Terminator. You only have to make two movies, from the Terminator, to really end the story of Terminator. And like, it's a true known fact. Like, when you do really look at it, right? When you do look at it, right? They really defeated Skynet in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And yeah, they did. They truly defeated, Skynet in Terminator 2. The other two movies, I don't really. Sorry about that. Just a garbage truck. Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah, Terminator 2, what really did end the whole Terminator saga in itself. Like I took I've watched it over and over again. And it's the true definitive ending. You got Terminator 2. Oh, sorry, the Terminator. And Terminator 2 was practically the ending of the story. They should have just left it off as what it is, because it was, it was basically legit. They really defeated Skynet in a way. And they destroyed everything in Cyberdyne and everything else, and they practically destroyed. Well, Cyberdyne was, the blueprint of Skynet, more or less. And I think they should have just left it the way it was. There were two great movies, like Terminator 1, Terminator 2. They were great movies, man. They were like masterpiece in the action sci-fi genre. I love them movies very dearly. And they should have just left it as that, and they made all these other Terminator movies. Like, doesn't really make that much sense in general. Like, especially Terminator 3 and Terminator Salvation. They truly destroyed Skynet. And it's actually like what I heard from behind the scenes, and I actually did watch the deleted scenes. It's actually a different ending. It's a different ending in the end of Terminator 2, where you see Sarah Connor getting older, and it's like in the future and everything else, and the future is good and clean. It's no war. None of the machines haven't, taken over the world and everything else. That is a great ending for a movie, you know. That, like, I don't know why they didn't have that there, because it was truly the definitive ending to the Terminator sci-fi genre, and, you know, and the saga of that story. Like, and you see Sarah Connor looking at John Connor when he's older and he had a kid in the ending. I don't understand why they didn't put that ending there, because when you do watch that ending, it truly says they really did, you know, practically fulfill the wishes from the Resistance in the future. You know, like John Connor's mission in the future, you know, like the Resistance leader of John Connor, you know, sending Kyle Reese back, you know, to save his mother. And we all know Kyle Reese is John Connor's definitive father. And he sent back another protector for, not just for John Connor, not just for Sarah Connor, for himself. And he sent a Terminator, a T-800 model, to save John Connor. And they really basically defeated, you know, they seriously defeated Skynet. They really did. And they destroyed all the technology. They destroyed the arm, the chip, and practically destroyed the T-1000, and practically the T-800, what John Connor sent to protect himself. Practically sacrificed his life to still uphold, you know, to the mission, you know, to destroy himself too, you know. Practically, Skynet was practically wiped clean from the face of the earth in that saga story. And yeah, like, yeah, it really blows my mind. Like, I don't understand why they have to make a third one and a Salvation one. Don't get me wrong. There were good movies. They were good movies, but I didn't know why they just didn't, you know, I just don't know why they just didn't left it alone, you know. They should have left it alone, you know, like left them two movies alone and just didn't make other franchises and stories and stuff like that. Like, it didn't really, when I watched Terminator 3 again, like, how the hell they got the technology of Skynet when it was already being destroyed in Terminator 2? Like, it didn't really make that much sense to me, you know. It didn't really sit well with me, you know, to the whole point of Terminator. Like, it didn't really sit that well, to my knowledge, because how the hell they got the Skynet technology and the blueprint and everything else and the AI system when Cyberdyne's system was actually absolutely destroyed, and everything in that building was destroyed in Terminator 2. You see where I'm getting at? You know, you see where I'm getting at with the whole thing? Yeah. Like, I believe Terminator 2 Judgment Day was the definitive ending of practically the whole Terminator Saga. And yeah, And they should have had that ending in the deleted ending. Oh, excuse me. In the movie, where Sarah Connor got old, John Connor got old, John Connor had a child. Like, I've seen the ending. I've seen the alternate ending. They should have kept that ending. Like, it was a happy ending, because they really, you know, fulfilled the wishes of the resistance who were fighting, you know, to save the future for that even happening. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it as that.